Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new year. My name is Tasha and this is my first video of 2021, my second video overall. We're gonna leave that in 2020 though. I'm excited for this video today because I really wanted to talk about solo trips. I am currently on my second solo trip right now. So I want to tell y'all why I love solo trips, why I go on them, and why I think everyone should take one. Before I get into it, I want to take you on a tour of my cute Airbnb that I've been staying in for the last 4 days. So let's do that real quick. You gotta come with me. Come on. All right, guys. So this is the cabin that I've been staying in. Sorry if you can't hear me that well. It's a little windy and cold up here. But this is the cute little cabin. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in frame that I've been staying in. And let's make our way inside because it's freaking cold. Oh, and how cute is this? They had like a little welcome sign for me. Yes, Natasha is my government name, so welcome. And the first thing you'll see is a cute little porch area. Some chairs on the side, which this would be awesome during the summer. But I came in January, which is a little cold, so it's a nice little view of the property. All right, and this takes you to the front door, which is these beautiful 2 sliding glass doors. And let's go inside. This is the cute little main area. It's like a little side living room. There's a little TV. Smart TV, so you can watch all the Netflix. And on the other side is the cute little kitchen. This is super important to me because whenever I do my solo trips, I tend to like to cook. I know some people hate cooking, but I personally like to cook for myself. So this was great to have. There's a cute little farm sink. Little coffee station, plates, utensils. They had everything I needed to cook. A nice little stovetop oven. And yeah, again, just the living room. You can see it from the bedroom pretty well, but it's nice and open and it has really high ceilings, which I love. Oh, I forgot to point out these huge windows. This is another thing that was important to me for my Airbnb, was to have huge windows and a lot of natural light. There's also some up here that you can see, and it's just a pretty view of the trees outside. Let's go upstairs. You walk upstairs and you first see a cute little couch, lots of windows again. And there's a little desk over here that I used a lot because I came here to do a lot of reflection on last year, goal setting, planning. So I was at this desk a lot. Plus this area up here is the warmest area in the cabin. Let me take you on this other side. If I was to bring someone else, there would be a second bed here. I actually slept in here the first night because it was so cold that night. I had came a day after it snowed in Texas. So I stayed up here because it was super warm and there was the little heater AC unit right there. And if you pan this way, you can see the entire unit from above. All right, so back downstairs. You can see that now I'm in the living room kitchen area, and if you walk through, you'll see like a cute little bedroom, and my favorite part are these huge windows to the side. It is so nice. There's a little closet nook right here where you can hang up your clothes, which I did use and kept my suitcase back there. And there is one cute little bathroom. So hey, It's your girl. Okay. But yeah, super cute. It's actually pretty good lighting in here. There is a nice little shower. So you can see it has a nice kind of rainfall shower head. Not exactly rainfall, but it did the job. And then of course your little toilet area. And again, my favorite part, these massive windows. All right, so you've seen the place, so let me chat with you about solo trips and how I kind of got into solo trips, my background with it, and then the reasons that you should take them. I took my first trip in 2020, pre-COVID by the way. I think it was right in February, so right before the pandemic really popped off. I was living in LA at the time. I'm now back in Texas. I was working my full-time job in advertising. I was also working a part-time job as a Starbucks barista. So as you can imagine, I was just working all the time. If you didn't know, LA is really expensive and I was trying to get out of debt. Still am trying to get out of debt. Stay tuned for those videos. So I was just really mentally drained. I'm an introvert, by the way. Obviously, Starbucks is a very customer service type job. You're constantly interacting with people. And my main full-time job, I do account management, so it's very people heavy as well. Why I chose a career like this, I don't know. But no, like I do like talking to people. It's just personally very draining for me. Like I get my energy by being alone. I was doing that the last 6 months of 2019. At the beginning of 2020, I was just like, I need to get away. I need to be by myself. I need no one to talk to me for like a good 4 days. And I just need to reset and, you know, get control of what I'm doing with my life. So I decided to get an Airbnb in the desert. I was in Desert Hot Springs, which is right outside of Palm Springs. I got a cute like 1-bedroom Airbnb and I spent like 4 days out there by myself just doing whatever I wanted, and it was amazing. And after that trip, I told everybody I'm doing a solo trip every year from now on, preferably at the beginning of the year. That took me to my second solo trip, and obviously a lot has changed since then. I'm in a whole new state. I'm back in Texas where I'm originally from. So for this second trip, I came to Dripping Springs, which is right outside of Austin. This is my last day in the Airbnb. I'm actually really sad to go home, but again, it was an amazing trip. Solo trips just really let you reset and reconnect with yourself. In our daily lives, we have so much going on. We're working, we're trying to stay afloat, we're trying to pay these bills. You know, we have kids, we have spouses. By the way, I have neither of those. Even if you're a single person like me, you have friends, you have family in your life, and you get caught up in day-to-day life and just forget about yourself and what's important and your interests and hobbies. And solo trips really allow you to reconnect yourself and you get back to the basics, the foundation of who you are, what's important to you. I think a lot of people miss out on that by not taking some time to be by themselves. By the way, being by yourself in a new environment is very different than being by yourself in your house or in your apartment or wherever you live. It's just different. New environments just bring new perspectives and things come up that you would never have thought of if you didn't take yourself out of your typical day-to-day life and come somewhere new. That's what new things do for you. Second thing I love about solo trips is you can do whatever you want and you don't have to consider anyone else's feelings about it. A lot of people take group trips, whether that's with their significant other or, you know, with your girls or whatever it is with your friends. And don't get me wrong, I love a good girls trip. I'm not downing those at all, but you know, when you're on a group trip, you don't always get to do everything that you want to do. You have to take into consideration like these other people that are with you and what they want to do. And you know, a lot of the times you don't always want to do what they want to do. So solo trips are great because you get to decide what you want to do with your time. And you can literally do anything. If you want to spend 8 hours in bed watching the first season of Good Girls, guess what? You can do that. And that's exactly what I did on my first solo trip. Kid you not, spent the whole day in bed. amazing. If you want to go on hiking trails around your Airbnb, you can do that. If you want to cook yourself an amazing dinner in your cute little Airbnb kitchen, you can do that. Even if you don't want to be in nature, I mean, I personally like a very serene, calming type of solo trip. That's why I'm out in the middle of the country. But you can do your solo trips in the city, in new countries, wherever you want to go. It's so nice though, because you dictate that time and you really get to plan what's important to you. And again, this brings you back to it reconnects you back to what your interests are, what your hobbies are, what you like to do, things that you can easily forget in your typical day-to-day life. I think it's really sad that people have never taken a solo trip in their life. It's so sad because they're so amazing for all the reasons that I just named. I think everyone should take one. So hopefully if you haven't already taken one, you do. If you have taken one in the past and it just hasn't been a consistent thing for you, I hope you can make it an annual thing or whatever works for you best. All right, well, that was my whole spiel on solo trips. I hope this really inspired you to take one or plan one if you haven't already. I gotta get out of this Airbnb because I have about 45 minutes to get out before I'm trespassing. So with that said, I will see y'all in my next video. All right, bye.